Are you wondering how is it that you can show up and make content when life is not quite rainbows and butterflies? If you have that question, I want you to stay tuned. I'm going to give you some great thoughts to help you and some strategy around it. And I'd love to have you go ahead and hit subscribe so you get helpful content like this all the time. If you're new here, my name's Anita. I'm a video marketing and social media strategist, and I help business owners just like you create content that converts. That means making money in your business. And the truth is that all of your business endeavors really are after growing the bottom line in your business, and your content should be no different. All right. The thing about running a business, especially when you're an entrepreneur, is that life happens. And I just want you to normalize that for you, because if you think that you're going to run a business and nothing's going to ever happen in your personal life that's going to make it hard to do business, I just have to tell you that that's not possible, no matter how good you are at compartmentalizing. And I'll tell you, the thing that I see among my entrepreneur friends and those that I'm in like masterminds with is that we all do struggle with life. Okay, because it's building a business that serves your life and the life you want to live. Honestly, there are times that can feel a little bit at odds. So I was recently talking to a friend who was having a big life change, and she also really feels called to build her business. And she was kind of asking me, how do I create content when the thing that I'm going through in my life right now is not really something I want to document or bring into my content? And so I was giving her a couple of ideas, and I want to kind of talk about that with you. Okay, the first thing I want you to remember is your viewer. Now, whoever it is that is viewing your videos is somebody that has certain things that they follow you for. You want to know how is it that you can show up for them with content that is going to resonate with them and the things that you normally share. So for instance, I know a lot of people follow me because they're really interested in seeing how I've grown my business. They really love following me for tips so that they can grow their business and learn more about showing up with video on the internet. And so when I'm thinking about my viewer, I know that absolutely they want valuable information and they want to hear what's possible for them. So I want to keep that in mind as I'm creating content. All right. Thought number 2 that I really want you to think about when you're creating content like video content on the internet and life is just a little bit challenging, I want you to think about, what are you willing to talk about? Because here's the truth. You don't have to document and in real time talk about the challenges in your life. Often I will talk about things that have happened maybe a year or 2 years later. I even said to somebody today, this is going to be a great story for me to tell in a year. Okay, so you can just think that as you're going through hard things, because if we were to fast forward your life a year or 2 or 3, and we're telling you about how whatever event it is in your life was happening, you would be able to see, oh, okay, I see how that was all working together. And since we don't have a magic button to be able to do that, you just have to remind yourself that absolutely in a year or 2 or 3 years from now, whatever you're going through right now is going to be an inspiring story for somebody. And I don't say that to minimize anything that you're going through right now, but especially when you're visible on camera and life is hard, you want to think about, what is it you're willing to talk about now? You don't have to talk through the really hard and difficult things that you're going through right now. Maybe you're not willing or able to see the lessons or to absolutely communicate them in a way that your audience will actually find value in. So be willing to wait, and definitely ask yourself, if you're going through something hard right now, what are the lessons I learned a year ago or 2 years ago that I can create content about right now that don't feel so fresh and painful, but they are definitely opportunities to help others now. Thought number 3 I want to give you as you're creating content is, I want you to remember that consistency is going to be so valuable for you. And as you are navigating the different adventures of your life, I invite you to just be creative and ask yourself how you can find the solution rather than just focusing on the problem. And as you're finding solutions in your life, Again, you don't have to give the details on what you're going through, but consider what is it that you can share with people about the journey that you're currently on. Like I've been sharing, my word for the year for 2022 was focus. And I've been really learning that that means subtraction. And I'll be honest, I'm not giving you all of the details of what subtraction looks and feels like in my life right now and in my business, because those are lessons I'm currently learning. But I can give you that core truth that I've learned. And I can also share with you stories from the things that I have really processed and learned from. All right, if you want to hear a little bit more about what it means to focus in your life and in your business, I want you to check out the video I'm putting on the screen. It's going to talk to you a little bit more about what it is I really learned in 2022 with this word, focus.